Good morning, Eagle Naz. As we journey through the book of Acts, I want to talk about the importance of taking care of ourselves physically. Let's go to Acts chapter 27, verse 34. And the Apostle Paul is with 276 men on a ship in the middle of the storm, and they've stopped eating. Their anxiety is so great. The difficulty is immeasurable. And the future is so uncertain that they are seasick, and beyond that, they're anxious, so anxious that they can't eat. And we read in those verses where it says, I'll back up a little bit, verse 29, and fearing that we might run on the rocks, they let down 4 anchors from the stern and prayed for the day to come. And as the sailors were seeking to escape from the ship, and lowered down the ship's boat into the sea under the pretense of laying out anchors from the bow, Paul said to the centurion and the soldiers, "Unless these men stay in the ship, you cannot be saved." Remember that premise that we talked about. We can't live by fear and faith at the same time. They were willing to sacrifice others and save themselves instead of live the sacrificial life and save others. Then the soldiers cut away the ropes in the ship's boat and let it go. As the day was about to dawn, this is verse 33, Paul urged them all to take some food, saying, "Today is the 14th day that you have continued in suspense without food, having taken nothing." And then verse 34, "Therefore I urge you take some food, for it will give you strength, for not a hair is to perish from the head of any of you." The Apostle Paul spoke life into them that day, and he said, you need to take some food because what you're going to go through is going to be difficult. You need to take care of your bodies so that you won't perish. There's a passage in the Old Testament that this brings to mind where Elijah the prophet, who was a wonderful man of God, he was powerful in the word and in prophecy, was so discouraged that he went to the desert and he said, "Lord, just let me die." That's pretty discouraged. And when he had no resources left, the resources of heaven became available as an angel was sent from God to Elijah personally, and he slapped him on the side and said, "You need to eat." And then Elijah ate and he fell back to sleep. And the angel slapped him again and said, "The journey's too long. The course too difficult. You need food." And he took some more food and he ate, and then he went on to the mountain of God where he received new revelation, new perspective, new healing, new purpose in his life, and he was able to go on and appoint a man to take on his legacy named Elisha, and he needed that courage. So here's the application question for us. Are you convinced today with me, in a time of pandemic even, that God is the God of life who loved to give life and give it abundantly? That might change our perspective. Are you doing great self-care, going on walks, exercising, eating well, thinking well? Philippians 4 is a great passage, 4 through 8, in that chapter about the things that are good and positive and kind, and not filling up with all kinds of negative news that makes us think of death and loss and brokenness. I'm not saying that we're not a people that don't lament correctly when we need to, but we are a people who need to follow God's encouragement to take care of ourselves and be reminded often that He is a God who gives life and loves us well and takes care of us when our resources are gone. So eat some good food, get some good exercise, read some encouraging words from God's faithful book, and have a great day. I'm Pastor Tim. God bless you.